Good day, everybody. We are gathered here today to witness the bonding of father and sons.
Aww.
Speaking of which, I am son 2, Devon. I have here with me son 1, Ford.
Good day. I don't really think of us as son 1 and son 2, but now that you say it, it makes sense.
I do, yeah. I also have with me father. How are you, father?
Father, yeah. I'm really good, thank you. That way of numbering your
importance, yes.
It's not, is it? That we're not prioritising anyone with that, but it just reminded me of Mark Kermode and Simon Mayo talk about their children as a son number 1 and daughter number 2, and that, because they never reveal their real names on the show. So
we're well past that. Then.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we couldn't do this podcast without revealing your name.
No.
Andy and son 1 and son 2. I'm fine anyway. I think you asked how we are.
I did, yes.
I'm fine, even if you didn't ask. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. It's been an exciting week.
Has it?
Yeah, when they launched the spacecraft this week.
Oh, yes, they did. Did anyone watch
it? Did you see it? Yeah, I did.
I watched it, yeah.
Because there was a failed launch on
Thursday?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah. SpaceX, yeah.
It was Demo
First
1.
NASA space launch in 9 years. It was quite exciting.
Yep.
They've upgraded the interiors of those spacecrafts, haven't they?
The suits are really slim now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you can move
Elon Musk has introduced touchscreen technology to NASA's spaceship. I know it's not NASA's spaceship, but
I think what was most exciting was that it was the first private spacecraft going into space.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
And that's really exciting because that means obviously if they're privatized, then it's going to become more often if it's actually profitable.
It's going to happen, isn't it? It's going that way. That you think Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, they've got more money than they know what to do with, don't they? So they might as well spend it on something.
Yeah.
You know,
where are they going?
They went to the International Space Station, and that was literally just to pop in, say hi or whatever, and then they were going to return as well. They were mainly just breaching past we haven't been to space in ages yet. Let's make this a recurring thing and making it cheaper as well. So I think it's about a tenth of the price as it was back in the day or something like that.
Well, because they use, from my watching and understanding of it, they have reusable elements to the spacecraft.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw it.
Yes.
That the main engine unit, the thrusters,
Falcon 9,
came back down to Earth and landed on a boat.
Yeah, a drone ship. Yeah,
a drone ship. Yeah.
Did they mean to do that?
Yeah, it was all programmed to. So normally they jettison them once they're finished with, and they just burn up in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But so that's the reusability of the spaceship design. Yeah. So that was very clever.
There was some stuff that
saves a lot of money.
Yeah, definitely. There was some stuff that it did leave, but Falcon 9 was the main bit that came down and landed again.
Yeah.
And then Dragon was the bit that had the people put the pod at the crew inside. Yeah. It's very, very
I've got to say that they're nailing these names, aren't they? It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
As good as Apollo 13?
Yeah, I like the Apollo, but calling it 13, I mean, come on, how many Apollos do you need? Just get a new name.
I think they went up to 20-something.
Oh, my days.
Yeah, there was a lot, yeah.
Well, very creative now, I see.
I don't know what the final Apollo was. We really shouldn't be talking this long about this. I'm just trying to find out.
It was exciting.
But what question, and I need to ask my friend Dave, who does listen to the podcast, and I did mean to text him or message him. It was a 19...
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave. Yeah, there's a 19. He's really up on his space technology and astronomy and things like that. Apollo 17, I think, was the last one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they then decide to get a new name, or is that when we gave up on space flight?
That was in 72, wasn't it? So it wasn't when we gave up.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Apollo was all about the moon, getting to the moon. You see, so once they finished dealing with the moon, then they moved on to some other spacecraft. Anyway, that's not what I want to ask my friend Dave. I'm sure he could add comment to that. We'll have to get him to email us, won't we? What I wasn't too clear about with the SpaceX launch is that they travelled something like 600 miles in 5 minutes across the trajectory of the surface of the Earth in the first 5 minutes, because they were travelling at 25,000 kilometres an hour.
So you're going to say, why does it take so long to get to London?
Why did it take them 19 hours to get the 240 miles into Earth's orbit to dock with the International Space Station.
They're probably just taking
19
it slow,
hours.
you know. They had to have a nap. So that was 8 hours. they actually announced that, like, oh yeah, they're going to go for sleep for 8 hours, or whatever.
Why didn't they just get there in 10 minutes and have a nap once they arrived?
Sucking on some Red Bull or something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my question. It's probably something to do with trajectories and lining up and rotations around
rather than rushing it, just taking it safe.
And obviously you can't arrive at the space station at 25,000 kilometers an hour. You've got to decelerate. So there's probably lots going on there that the mathematics would explain the answer. But it does seem a long time, since in the first 10 minutes after launch, they travelled 600 miles across the globe's surface.
Yeah, they went across the Atlantic.
Whilst going up as well, you know, but it's only 240 miles high in orbit away from the surface of the Earth. I think that's right in saying 240. Anyway, that was my question about that. But it was an event, and I wanted to mark it by commenting on it here, so that's good.
Nice.
Speaking of spaceships,
yeah, go on.
I wanted to talk about Battlestar Galactica because I've been feeling a lot of. I really want to rewatch the Battlestar Galactica episodes.
Yes, please, let's do
recently.
that.
Definitely.
So I was like, oh, should I start again? It's a lot of episodes. I don't really have the time. So I found a Battlestar Galactica podcast.
Oh,
it's really good. It's got the
Trisha. What's her name? Trisha. Yeah.
The one who was always in red dresses, anyway. She's on the podcast, and there's this fanboy who's doing it with her. It's really good. Yeah, and they go through every episode. And it's really quite
Trisha Helfer.
Yeah, that's the one. So for all those Battlestar Galactica fans out there who just want to go through them all and just listen to them talk about it, it's great. There's a lot of funny stories as well they talk about.
Really? I might look into that. I'm really looking to add more podcasts to my listening list because it's extensive already, but I'll be interested to hear that.
Yeah, and they get different people on as well, like Starbuck and all this kind of thing. People who were involved in it.
Was on there.
Yeah, so I'm listening to it as well.
He's pretty light-hearted. I would have thought it'd be all rough and horrible, but he's alright. But anyway, the reason I bring this up actually is because apparently they're doing a reboot.
Oh.
Well, not exactly a reboot. They said, here's a quote. This is not a remake of the amazing series because why mess with perfection? Instead, we'll be exploring new stories within the mythology while staying true to the spirit of Battlestar.
Heck yeah. That's what I want.
So say we all, he says.
I'd love to see that, yeah.
Yeah, so apparently they're starting again. It's 2004 since the last series was on.
Yeah, because
Caprica started.
Caprica was like a sequel, wasn't it? But it never really took off.
Well, that was a prequel.
It was a prequel, sorry, yeah, but it cancelled, didn't it, after season 1? It was a prequel to the Battlestar Galactica series, but it came as a sequel.
That was
and then
alright.
There's been shorter. Yeah, it was a bit noodly doodly, wasn't it? A bit drawn out, you know.
Right, okay.
I think what I loved about Battlestar Galactica, when we're talking about obviously the 2004 reboot from the 80s TV show, was also good, but not in the same way. But there was other like Blood and Chrome and other
films,
spin-offs,
Razor,
So anyway, very good. Oh, I'm glad you told us about that.
Right now, you can get everything Battlestar Galactica from that kind of universe anyway, rather than the old stuff on Amazon for £30. Blu-ray.
Really?
Yeah, it's very tempting.
Wow.
I haven't got them yet, so I'm tempted.
Yeah.
I think I've already got it all, to be honest, on DVD. But
I've got it. I've got that on DVD. It's worth that. Yeah. So maybe we could visit some of those episodes as part of our watch segment one day.
I'm down.
One final thing, if you don't mind. We've got to move things on, haven't we? I know you're hosting. Sorry, Devon, I'm doing your job. I wanted to pick you up on something, Devon.
Yes.
I don't think it's vanity to admit that I do like to listen to our own episodes back. But when I was listening to our last episode back, we were talking about Armageddons, weren't we?
Yes.
right.
It's really strange how at the time of recording, you don't notice what my mind is thinking of what I might be about to say, and I don't always twig what you guys have said. And we
You're
were
not listening.
about
I get it.
What we would miss. You said about what we would miss during I forget exactly how it was said now, but I heard Devon say he would miss pineapples. Oh yeah, that's right. There'd be no electricity. there'd be no podcasts.
Yeah.
And he said and you dropped in, there'd be no pineapples.
Yeah.
I think you need to explain this to us, why pineapples are high on your priority list.
Because they're actually really tasty. And
post-Armageddon,
Yeah, they're super tasty, man. And we won't have them if we got nuked or whatever. Because
pineapples grow in the wild, right?
Not here, they don't. That's my point.
Well,
I'd have to move to somewhere that they grow pineapples.
And if the world's been fried, and nuclear fried, then it probably won't be very nice pineapples.
Fried pineapple.
I just get the feeling that when it comes a day that I will no longer be able to have pineapple, that's when I will want to have pineapple. You see?
Yeah. Well, I must say, I don't think you need to buy sweets if you've got pineapple.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they're really sweet.
Sweets, yeah.
Natural sugars all over the place.
You don't need to buy a packet of sweets from a sweetie shop if you've got a pineapple.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll try it, but I doubt it.
I recommend that you don't get like a full pineapple on your first go. You just get a little packet with loads of slices in.
Tin.
Never go for pineapple.
Actually, McDonald's are opening this coming week, aren't they? Again, yay! You can get. I'm sure. I mean, they might be opening a reduced menu, and it's only to drive through. But they've announced, I think it's Thursday this week, that they're going to be reopening, and you can get pineapple from McDonald's. Nice slice, succulent, refreshing, tasty.
Exactly. So I don't know why you need clarification if you like pineapples as well. I mean,
you must have inherited it from me.
Yeah, I must have.
Anyway, I think we've talked about that enough.
Yeah,
some very important issues that we need to clarify: SpaceX, Battlestar Galactica, and pineapples.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Devon's segment. Subject.
Okay, welcome to my my little corner over here. This is where I'm going to be talking to you today.
I like it.
Visit your corner,
Yes, are you all sitting comfortably?
Lots of beanbags.
I've got one of those, I was going to say beanbag,
Oh, sorry. Talking
of hard-hitting issues and questions, I wanted to go deep today.
Good.
Super, super deep. So you're going to have to bear with me. It's not something that I usually go for in my segments. I usually go for something that's a bit weird or a bit out of there or whatever. But this I'm actually really interested in.
Okay.
Lately I've been reading a book called The Republic by Plato, or Plato the Republic it's called.
I've heard of Plato.
Good. He's not in it. He's basically talking about Socrates. And the part that I'm actually going to talk about today is the concept of justice, not only in solely regards to this book, but just it as a concept and what you guys think about. So Socrates is kind of seen in his day as a really young thinker who is kind of like really smart with his words and smart in bending other people's words as well, which people don't really like.
Yeah, I hate that sort of person.
Yeah, exactly.
Hate's a strong word. Sorry, I don't mean it, Plato. Don't worry.
In this part of the book that I wanted to talk about, he's in a discussion with a man called Polemarchus and many others as they argue about what justice means. Polemarchus defines justice as speaking the truth and repaying your debts. What do you think about that?
Repaying your debts.
Speaking the truth and repaying your debts.
That sounds pretty good to me, because if we're talking in like a courtroom situation, then speaking the truth obviously very important, and repaying your debts is sort of making up for your mistakes.
Yeah, and I think we're all familiar. You should be maybe need to be reminded that the scales of justice are the balancing scales, aren't they? That we see. I think the crown or justice scales are the image of often used as symbolic. That's the word I'm looking for. Symbolic of our legal justice system.
Yes.
So it's balancing comes into that, doesn't it? When you take, you must give. So if you've taken,
so it's repaying the debts.
Yeah. Then it's rebalancing for everything to be level and fair. Yeah.
That's very wise. Thank you. Socrates says no.
Oh, right. What does he know?
Socrates challenges Polemarchus by saying that if a friend lends you arms, like a gun or a weapon or a knife or something, then surely it is not just to return the arms if he is not of sound mind. So he's throwing a spanner in the works, going like, okay, it's not as simple as repaying debts is just, because giving your friend who lent you this weapon or something that's dangerous to them, or drugs or whatever it is, and when they're not of sound mind or are really wanting the drugs or whatever that's unhealthy for them, that's not just to give them that back. So he's basically throwing span in the works just by doing that.
Right.
I don't know what you think about that.
I thought you were talking about when somebody wrongs somebody. That's what when we think of justice, aren't we thinking about when there's been a wrongdoing incurred? Whereas that example you give is if you borrowed something, you give it back. That's not necessarily a wrongdoing.
But he's talking about then the morality of it, isn't he?
Yeah, the morality. So Polemarchus was one who actually threw up the definition of repaying your debts as being the definition for justice. Nothing to do with wrongdoing particularly or criminality, but just repaying debts, just like mortgage or a loan or something like that is just to repay that debt.
Yes.
Even though it's all legal and there's no like a victim or anything like that, it's still like just to repay the debts. But,
absolutely, but because if you didn't and you'd gone into an agreement that you said you would, then that would have been wrong, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Apart from, Socrates says that if it was to be working against the person who lent you that thing in the first place.
Okay.
Like, say if Ford lent me a weapon, and I am convinced that if I gave this weapon back to Ford in his unsound mind, say he's really drunk or something, sounds like Ford, then he would do harm to himself or other people. Surely it's not
only once a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't give him it back on the weekend of the bug jam.
I don't know. Socrates is confusing justice with a different kind of morality.
Common sense, surely.
How do you mean?
Maybe. I feel like the justice definition was pretty sound, and I don't know if justice applies when it comes to giving people things that might harm them.
So, what they're doing is they're looking for a complete definition of the whole concept of justice, and he's basically saying it's really hard to get a complete definition in like 1 or 2 sentences of the entire concept of justice because there's so many loopholes. So justice isn't all about repaying your debts and telling the truth, because if you repay your debts at this point, then it's not just, even though there's a little hole. And obviously it's even common sense to us. You cannot be calling yourself just if you do that thing, even though that's what the definition was given by Polemarchus. Does that make? Yes. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's quite a big concept to get my head around, anyway.
Well, let's go further then.
Go on then, move along.
It's sinking deep.
As you develop your ideas, it might become more clear. Yeah.
So Socrates was one who actually started this discussion, and he loves to set up a statement and get people to agree with it, and then debunk his own statement to prove everyone who agreed wrong. He's that kind of guy.
I hate that
really, not popular at parties.
No, not at all. Socrates states that justice is doing good to our friends and evil to our enemies. What do you think about that?
Oh. Well, from a Christian point of view, that's a no-go, isn't it? We're supposed to love our enemies.
Yeah.
So, straight out of the gate, that's a bit of a problem for us.
Yes. In this time of, I think it was 400 to 500 BC or something like that.
It's a long book.
They didn't see that so clearly. So
yeah.
The way that, I don't know if Dad wants to say anything about that.
Before Christendom,
yeah.
I can understand. Can I understand? I think I can get my head around the idea that you look after those that you care about far more considerately than you do those who you don't like. That's natural, isn't it?
It sounds very patriotic, doesn't it? To say, if you're thinking more of your kinsmen and your countrymen, to do good to them and evil to your enemies.
Isn't that just human nature? Isn't that self-protection? Imagine two communities, 2 villages, 2 settlements that didn't get on well. You're not going to go and harvest your corn and go and drop it off at the opposing settlement if they, for the rest of the year, have been stealing all the best fruit or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, but there's a difference between not being nice and being evil toward. Like,
what was the statement again? Repeat the statement.
So, justice is doing good to our friends and evil to our enemies.
So, I'd say evil is more like going out of your way to be cruel to someone. I don't know if that's ever just,
I think by evil they're stating any wrongdoing or any bad that you would do to them. Yeah. because evil in today's age is very, very like violent or very aggressive. Like the harshest kind of bad is evil. But I think they mean anything that's negative towards that person.
Okay.
So this is from a very different world, isn't it? We're talking over 2,500 years? Whatever, anyway.
Yeah.
Not even that. 300. We're talking very different moralities, aren't we?
Definitely. Yeah.
But because they're searching for truths, aren't they? Like universal truths. So
exactly. Yeah.
You would have thought if they were right then, they should be right now.
And they don't refer to like holy literature or anything like that as absolute truth. They don't have, well, they could have that, but they don't use that, or they just think, okay, what makes sense in my mind? Can I rationalize this or debunk this in a certain way? It's kind of like a sport to them, which I'll talk about in a second as well. Socrates talks about that statement of justice being doing good to your friends and evil to your enemies. He kind of skates around it by inferring that, by this definition, justice is a physician helping a sick man, or husbandry in the acquisition of corn.
Corn.
Yeah, exactly.
I hadn't even seen your notes.
And from there he states that you would rather have a skillful drafts player in a game of drafts than a just man. So what use is justice in a peacetime? So is justice only useful for wartime? So this is the way he kind of bends everything around to try and find a little hole in something, to try and give a little bit of doubt of an absolute truth of a definition of justice. Yeah.
So these guys are idiots.
Yeah. They'd like to think and talk
a lot.
Which,
That's all they did, didn't it? Sit around, discussing the greater.
Exactly. I mean, they got paid for it.
So this is a book by Plato. He was writing about real people having fictional conversations. Is that right?
Real people having real conversations.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
The characters that you're referring to were real people.
Yeah.
But these dialogues are putting across these real people's ideas.
Yeah, it's real dialogue.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Socrates and Polemarchus then get interrupted by Thrasymachus, who is an older philosopher, obviously during their discussion of what justice is. Thrasymachus accuses Socrates and Polemarchus of not answering each other's questions properly, just like Ford did, and even calling them silly biddies, which I really liked.
Really?
Yeah.
It says it in those terms?
Yeah, silly biddies.
Wow.
In this culture, bets were made on who would win a certain debate or answer a certain philosophical question. So Thrasymachus wants payment if he can accurately define what justice means, while Socrates just wants to learn, basically. But Thrasymachus thinks Socrates is so low that he doesn't want to learn. He doesn't thank people. He doesn't appreciate it. He wants payment, and he wants to bet that he can give his definition.
So he's really calling them out on their motives here.
Yeah, exactly. Payment is agreed upon, and Thrasymachus goes on to answer. He says that justice is nothing else than the interest of the stronger. What do you think about that?
Seems like a very cynical way of looking at the world.
Yeah.
to say that the man in charge writes history, the man in charge determines morality, etc., etc.
That's what I thought, yep.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I don't recognise that as any kind of definition for justice. Surely when we think of a just and free and true right world, we think of everybody being treated equally, don't we, and respected, and the weak are cared for and looked after in a society which is just.
It's interesting to think though, because I've listened to quite a few audiobooks, they're fiction, fantasy books, sorry.
Yeah.
Where there's always this beaten down people, and there's these monarch types lording it over them, and then this hero comes in and tries to save these beaten down slaves, essentially. But the slaves often don't want to. They think they're in the right place.
Yep.
They see themselves as lesser, because that's what the people above them have told them all this time.
Tuned to believe it.
So they don't want justice by our definition. They think there is justice by this guy's definition, which you're talking about now.
Yeah.
I think there are different types of equality there, aren't there? There are always going to be a hierarchy, but as long as the fundamental human rights of people are adhered to, people are considered of equal value, if not necessarily equal monetary wealth or lifestyle ability. But human life is a human life, isn't it? It should all be. Maybe I'm going away from what you're trying to discuss, but
Yeah, we now see equality as just, but this guy clearly doesn't. And maybe in the past equal. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, what does he have to say?
So Socrates does his usual thing. He's quite scared of Thrasymachus because he's like a very revered kind of guy and kind of boisterous guy. So he carefully challenges his notion by asking if one man who is stronger because he eats lots of beef and his body reacts well to it, then it is equally for his good, for Socrates' good, in that it is right and just that Socrates eats beef. So because the interest of the stronger man, which is this guy who eats lots of beef, his interest is to eat more beef so he gets stronger. So does that mean that it's just for Socrates to eat beef as well?
So he's they'd both get gout.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's kind of a silly argument, which Socrates throws out there to kind of just throw Thrasymachus off, just trying to cast a little bit of doubt again, even though he probably knows that that's not what he's talking about at all. Just like you did, you didn't think, oh, the stronger is just the guy with more muscles down the road, or anything like that. So Thrasymachus corrects Socrates and states that he meant the government, or whatever power there be, is the stronger, and that the government interests are justice. So just like what you thought, it's the government that is the stronger one that he's talking about there. Socrates challenges that by saying that governments can make mistakes and order things that are not in their best interest, and so those carrying out orders are lawfully obeying, yet also committing an injustice, because it's not in the best interest of the government, even though they think it is.
That's a fair point.
So, with all that said, yeah, it kind of makes sense to me, because I think what Thrasymachus was putting forward, as you said, was very limited view of what's happening, and it kind of, there's lots of people butt in at that point and going, I think he's right because he said this and he said this, and yeah, he agreed that this and this and that, whatever. But it kind of ends in just like a mush of everything. So I thought, what, carry on?
So they don't come out with a solid definition by the end?
Not yet. I'm still reading.
Oh wow!
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
It's a very long
book, is it?
Yeah.
No spoilers. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought, what does the Bible say about justice?
Right.
And try and have a little look at that to see if any of that kind of filters in, or if it's completely different.
Please do.
Which Ford kind of hinted at before. I found that in Deuteronomy 33:21, it states that talking about Gad, states that he executed the justice of the Lord. This means that justice is defined by the will of God, and that his words and interest is complete justice, which obviously cannot be refuted. And Romans 7:12 states that the commandments are holy, righteous, and just. And I wanted to ask, how do we feel about giving all argument and definitions and justifications to God? Because we have these really, really bright thinkers who made their living out of just thinking, trying to justify and define and think about what is just. And then God just says, what is my best interest is just. And that's it. You can't justify it or get around it or anything like that.
It's kind of that answer is kind of like a scapegoat, isn't it? It's they criticize it for being a bit ignorant, I guess, intentionally. So I guess that's kind of what you're saying, isn't it? You're giving up. People can still think, can't they? You can still think about.
You don't lose your free will. In fact, it exemplifies free will, Christian faith, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's just debating all about this morality and justice and whatnot. It's kind of redundant when you come to think, well, what God says goes.
I just think when we think about justice from a Christian godly perspective, we're not the ones to judge, are we? God is the Almighty Judge, the final Judge.
And there's kind of a comfort in that, isn't there?
Absolutely, yeah. Because who are we to judge? Is a phrase that's often used, isn't it? Who am I to judge? And often, I've talked about it in previous episodes about forgiveness, that often we can get so het up in trying to get revenge when it comes to forgiveness. You know, we want to get our own back. But actually, when we let go of that, God is a just God, and he will provide justice for us. And it's not ours for us to try and strive for, to, like you've said earlier about hurting those who hurt us, or against our enemies. I don't know if that's making much sense, but if we relinquish it into God's hands, then it takes the burden off of us. Yeah,
I think that ideally does make sense, and it works out for our good in the long run, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that we as humans in our flesh, we want instant gratification.
Yeah.
So that's obviously amongst a wide range of things, and resolution. Yeah, it's a wide range of things, but also in things that if someone wrongs you, you want gratification of your perceived justice for that person. Whereas justice will come to them, because if you're obviously a Christian, you believe that God is just, and that He will deliver justice eventually. But as
also,
humans,
I think we're supposed to pursue that as well. I think pursue justice as far as it is in your power to. You can't just turn a blind eye to it and think, "Well, God will sort it out,"
I think that's where, obviously in the Bible, it talks about honouring your leaders in terms of your government as well. So in doing that, you would help justice through the government and laws come to pass too.
Otherwise, without a justice system, society would just collapse, wouldn't it? It would debase to the lowest form of humanity, and it would just be anarchy.
Yeah.
So the justice system does provide for us security. Yeah, when it works well.
To answer your question, I think I'm perfectly happy letting the Bible define my outlook in this regard, and in most regards, to be fair. I think, I don't know.
Good.
But I like to listen to people talk about it as well, though. These guys, this book sounds very interesting. I'm not saying your work is pointless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because it's hard as, especially when you listen to apologetics and people who are apologetics for a career. They can't just say the Bible says so, so therefore it is. They can, but it's kind of just booed out the stadium then, because they want to have infallible proof of everything. Well, so that's not really what we're called to do. I think anyway. I think it says in the Bible that a lion does not need to defend, and it does not need someone to defend it. As in, God does not need somebody there to sit there and defend God. We are there to focus on our own faith, our own walk, whilst also being a good example to those who are also going before us and after us as well.
Interesting, yeah.
I don't know, yeah. That's me.
Oh, lots of food for thought, yeah.
Yes. I do like a bit of philosophy. I like to think
Deep,
and try and define and pull to pieces and try and work out what this actual thing means. Even though it probably won't even really affect me in real life. But I really enjoy that for sure. So thank you for joining me on this journey in my corner,
helping us to expand our thoughts. Yeah,
it's a very intellectual corner.
Thank you.
It was
for once.
Wow.
Paps segment subject.
Okay, gentlemen and listeners alike. I wanted to move on to the area of technologies for a change. I don't know when I last spoke about technologies, probably something to do with artificial intelligence, but I have I've been listening to some tech podcasts recently that have given me some interesting thoughts, and this, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a system, and the best to my knowledge, there's one company that's particularly providing it the most, but I know others are available, of shadow computing. Now, rather than me discuss it further right now, sorry, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, for those of us who have no idea what you're talking about, what are you talking about?
I'm going to play you the 1.5 minute trailer on the shadow computing website. So hopefully you can hear this, and we can talk more when this is concluded. Okay?
This is Shadow. A whole new way to play the latest games without buying a new PC. All you need is your internet connection, and you can transform any device you own into a supercharged gaming computer. So how does it work? Simple. Your Shadow is right here. A full Windows 10 machine with high-end components stored securely in our data centers. Accessing your machine is as easy as logging into your Shadow account and streaming the image and sound directly to all your devices. Whether it's an old laptop, tablet, smartphone, or even Mac, enjoy your games on any device you choose. Your Shadow works exactly like a normal Windows 10 PC. You can install and run any software you want, from the games you already own, to the latest titles, to whatever you may need. And the best part is, unlike a physical computer, your Shadow is regularly upgraded and never becomes obsolete, which means you get high-end performance no matter what and never have to worry about hardware limitations ever again. Shadow, the best way to get a supercharged gaming computer on the devices you already own.
Ooh.
Wow! So this is like a continuation of that cloud technology where you have your operating system and everything on the cloud.
I know you couldn't see the video of that as it's playing. We'll put a video link into the description on YouTube for you to, anybody wants to listen or see that for themselves. But yes, exactly right, Ford. That's what the system. So in the past up to now, for a while now we've been very familiar with storing our data on the cloud. Basically, I haven't looked into it more deeply about it. Shadow allows you to stream a fully featured gaming PC to all your devices, whether you're an old PC, a Mac, a smartphone, or even some TVs allow it as well. Find out which plan is made for you, starting from $12.99 a month. So it doesn't have to be that expensive, I don't think. And if you consider what you might spend on hardware, if you were somebody who wanted to keep up with the latest tech in hardware, you know, that's only probably £150 a year that you'd spend on this service.
Yeah.
So all the grunt, if you like, of computer technologies happens in a server farm, and all you need, and I think you only need a 15 gigabyte connection, to your broadband, and you'll get everything. All the maths is done, everything is done for you in their high-end computer systems.
So it's kind of like renting a computer.
It is, yeah.
Powerful gaming computer.
Yeah.
Wow.
I find it fascinating. I don't play, I only play on PlayStation and on my iPad. I don't play anything on my Mac anymore. I used to play Elite Dangerous on it, but they took it away from Mac. But it sounds like, if you are a PC gamer, this might be the way forward.
Wow.
I don't know what your thoughts are. Now, I know you two are both a bit more gamey and a bit more techie than me, perhaps. But so what do you both think? Is it something you might be interested in looking more into?
I've seen this before.
Yeah.
A very interesting idea. It could work for a lot of people, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But I've heard quite negative things about it.
Okay.
I don't know if they're true or not, but it's what I've heard anyway.
Right.
Is that like response times and stuff?
Exactly. You can have issues with response times, which can be very critical in different types of games. Some games, maybe not as much as others, and different players, maybe not as much as other players. But also connectivity issues as well. Like if your internet goes down, then you cannot play any game.
Yeah, your computer just
turns
itself off.
Exactly. That's true, but that could be the same for a lot of different systems, isn't it? If you lose your internet, you can't play your game anyway.
Well, no, but you've always had your hardware here and now, haven't you? In any sort of system, you can still watch DVDs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Play single-player games, but you're talking about the whole computer being elsewhere.
Yeah, so even if you're playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Shadow, that is now an online game. So your internet goes down, you cannot play a single-player game.
Okay.
Even though, obviously it's single-player, because it's online.
Even writing a Word document becomes an online game.
Yeah, an online game. So obviously there's a lot of good things. It's probably a lot cheaper than, as you say, constantly upgrading or keeping up with the with the latest specs on your computer, for sure. Even maybe just upgrading maybe once every 5 years, it's probably cheaper still doing it your way, or the Shadow way. But I've heard a lot of issues around that, especially if you're wanting to be in like a high-end competitive environment where you need that responsiveness. But yeah.
If they can increase the reliability and the response times and get this technology really good, and it becomes the future, that's really big, isn't it?
Be huge. But
I think I've read varying. I've heard a few, as you've said, some negative responses, but I've also heard a lot of people saying it's providing everything that they could ever need.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
As I said, for many gamers and many games, it'd be exactly what you need. For me personally, I bought the.
I need a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
What was that?
You need a cheeseburger, apparently. I don't think Shadow would give you a cheeseburger.
Oh.
For me personally, I got one of, when it came out, when I got it anyway, it was one of the best monitors out there. It had 1 millisecond response time. The best ping you're really going to get from my area anyway, to the nearest server, probably London or maybe Peterborough even, is about 20 milliseconds ping. So that's automatically 20 or 30 times slower response than if I was on my computer. And that's a big difference to me. Yeah, that's a big difference to me for my gaming. Might not be for a lot of other gaming, that's for sure. But me personally, I don't think I'd ever go there. Because right now, physically, you cannot have it better than the ping that you're getting from the nearest place.
Okay.
Unless I had like a huge global circuit right next to me and I was plugged straight in, it's not going to be as fast as my monitor.
So you're saying if you're in London or something like that, you'd be alright?
No, not even that. Like literally you have to be next to the server with the Ethernet port plugged into it. Then you'll get the same.
Well.
Yeah, I was going to expand the conversation. I don't think we'll have time to do it now, to something called edge computing. Have you heard of that?
It rings a bell, but I didn't really know.
Yeah. Well, basically, the whole shadow, I don't know if another term for it, the shadow computing experience where your number crunching is done in a server farm, could be anywhere. There could be in Central Europe or somewhere like that, I don't know. But edge computing is all about bringing those server farms closer to the end user. So that is a development that's happening now. Now, if those server farms are increasingly springing up in all the major cities, then I think the response times on any system like Shadow, it does seem to be doing very well for itself. It's meeting a lot of people's needs. I'm not endorsing one way or the other. I think it just bears some investigation, really. But the idea of it, I think, is very sensible. We've been storing our data on the cloud for long enough, and now it's like our hardware's on the cloud as well. If you can see what I mean. Yeah.
I love the possible repercussions for this for into other technologies, like the idea that your phone could just be a screen.
Yeah.
And a little bit of hardware, obviously, to connect to the Wi-Fi and whatever.
And a camera or whatever. Yeah.
You get your data.
Yeah.
But your phone can be so much smaller, and your printer, your printer's pretty empty anyway, but all this technology can be so much smaller.
Yeah.
It's like it might enable me to have the Minecraft Realms experience on my tablet, which we can't do now.
Yep.
Or on your phone. Any game that you play on a hard drive of your computer is available on any device.
I mean, it sounds like that allows it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it should do. Yeah.
So I can understand that it's a bit unreliable maybe at the moment and not very fast, but in less high pressure situations, like no competitive gaming, you'll be all right. And I think that would be quite impressive. I think.
And there's one other added benefit as well is that you probably never have to upgrade your actual physical hardware ever again, because as long as your screen still works and your speakers still work, that's all your actual computer on your desk or on your lap, wherever you want to have it, is for now, or will be then. Everything else happens on elsewhere. So as long as your pixels on your screen are okay and your speakers are fine, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So it's good for the environment. That's what I wanted to say. We no longer we have to upgrade your computer every 3 or 4 years.
Do you think that's good for the environment? Because the processing power will still be out there, and the components will still need to be bought and used and burnt out and thrown away just by different people, different servers.
Yes, but I think, from my understanding, I don't know exactly how this works, whether you get your own individual machine or whether you are part of a server farm, and so the I mean, that's another possible hindrance to this working. Is it limiting? If suddenly, like during lockdown, we're in now, everybody's going to want to use their shadow system. Would the system cope? Or do you have? Is there a? This is where I don't quite know how the funding model works, because if you're only spending roughly £150 a year, who on earth can afford to build you a PC in there and power it 365 days and upgrade it whenever any components go out of date?
I would assume that
I'm presuming it's shared.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I was going to say. I'd assume they would be investing in some very, very high tech, latest graphics cards, and then obviously the highest processors and everything, but not really upgrade them very often. Have lots of people playing on that, and obviously not spread them out as much as they can, but they'd still have multiple users per machine, and just hoping they wouldn't play like Crysis 5 or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's just a thought I wanted to share with you. We probably talked about it longer than I intended to, but
that's good.
I'd put it out there.
It's very interesting.
Let's watch this space, see what happens.
I see a lot more potential when it comes to phones and stuff, not so much on a computer.
Yeah, it's super interesting being like, I could actually jump into our Minecraft realm on my phone. That's really, really interesting to me. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Forwards. Segment. Subject.
Have you guys ever been tumbling through the time-space vortex and pulled into a future only to find there's an issue that needs fixing within the next 45 minutes?
No.
No?
Not that I recall.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, there's a TV show I like to watch where a lot of this sort of thing goes on, and I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, happens every week, yeah.
Yeah, every week, in fact. Yeah. Because there's some pretty controversial things going down these days in the latest episodes. I'm talking Doctor Who.
Ah.
Okay.
If the listener couldn't guess. What are your guys' experiences with Doctor Who?
I'll go first, shall I?
Yeah, go on.
Mixed experiences for. I started obviously when the modern in quotation marks reboot happened
Christopher
Eccleston.
Yeah.
And really, really enjoyed that. I thought the episodes were really well thought through and had some really good tense building mechanics behind them and things like that. I really enjoyed that. And then got to David Tennant, and I really, really enjoyed him as well. A lot of storylines that built throughout the entire series carried on, and that got answered and things like that. It was very appealing and attractive to me, as I like to watch things that have a storyline throughout multiple episodes, even seasons, with David Tennant.
Yeah.
And then it kind of went on from then, and I kind of lost track, and it was just a bit of blah. Basically.
Fair enough.
I'd concur with that. I think I enjoyed it much more when the new iteration of it came out. I think I enjoyed the older episodes before you guys were born equally. A bit more scarier. I don't know. Maybe I was just younger. And but I fear, that's the wrong phrase. I concerned that it's lost its way a bit. I don't know what you're about to tell us. And I've got some of the last series that was on still on my hard drive unwatched. I haven't watched them yet because I've got other stuff. I think I'll enjoy watching that more still to watch. So, yeah.
Interesting. Now, I said I wanted to talk about it because it's controversial in that in this latest season, the Doctor has been regenerated as a woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
This has got people very up in arms. Well, not very.
Divided. Yeah,
Yes,
people.
divided.
Yeah.
Say that.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
Lore-wise, there's no reason why it shouldn't happen. I think David Tennant.
You mean within the
within
logic of the show?
Exactly. Yeah.
I thought you meant
Legally.
There's no law that says that.
it's not against the law.
LOR.
Where's
LORE.
the justice? Yeah. Where's the justice in that?
Yeah. But because I think David Tennant even says in one of the episodes when it's about to regenerate, he could turn into a person with like two heads or something like that. So I think there's no telling of what he could regenerate into. So within the law, I think that's perfectly plausible. It's a bit implausible that it would be a man again because it's very unlikely. But I don't know. I haven't really watched it, so I can't really judge if it's good or not. I just know a lot of people are angry because it's not true to Doctor Who, quotation marks.
Yeah. I'm of a mixed view. I wanted to like it.
So you've seen some of the episodes, have you?
Yes, I've seen some of them. And that's probably why I haven't gone back to them. Maybe I'm more disappointed with the assistants than I am with the new Doctor Who. I don't know. Yeah, it didn't grab me the way that I wanted it to grab me. I thought it could be interesting. It was like she was trying a bit too hard, I think.
That's the impression I got with the episodes I saw.
I did like what's the one before her? What's his name?
Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi. I liked him more than most people did. I thought he added some.
I quite liked him too.
Yeah,
I liked him more than Matt Smith.
Did
Wow.
you? Don't let your sister hear you say that. Yeah.
She's going to edit that out.
She will. She's our editor-in-chief. She'll probably cut that bit from the podcast.
So I was thinking about other TV shows and films that have done this. I got a short list here. We've got Elementary, where it's got John Watson being a woman called Joan Watson.
Yes.
You got Lost in Space. You've got Dr. Smith, who's the bad guy, is a woman. Mm-hmm. Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, I was hoping you would mention
Starbuck and Boomer.
Before the show came out, that blew up big time. No one was happy about Starbuck being a woman and la-di-da. But I think they immediately sorted that out. People loved it eventually.
Yeah, because she was a great character. So yeah, it wasn't.
I think she was better Starbuck than the original. I think.
I think she played this like hot shot pilot like really well.
To a T, yeah. And I think they're warming up to getting James Bond to be a woman.
I would be opposed to that, to be honest.
Where's that?
Because it's James. James isn't a girl's name.
No, it's not. You're right. Hang on, no, it is.
Is it?
Oh, you can use.
Do you know any James?
I know some Jamies.
Oh, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's not Jamie Bond, is it? It's James Bond. Just because some of the letters match, it doesn't make it right.
They probably wouldn't call her James. Still, that's the thing.
Well, then that would be wrong. It'd have to be a different agent.
Well, it always is anyway, isn't it?
No. That's a common misconception. That's not true. They don't take on the name when they get the job. It's not like that. It is meant to be the same character.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
James, yeah, I thought that. I mean, you could have 008 Jamie Bond if you wanted.
You just have to have the same name.
Yeah. And then she can be a girl. That's fine. And she can do all the same things that 007 James Bond does. But I don't think we need that.
My opinion when it comes to these gender bend situations is why don't you just make your own time traveling female? Stuff like that. What's the problem? I mean, I guess you want to push your SJW views or whatever. I don't care.
Oh, gosh.
But this is a bit political, isn't it? But get your own character.
But why? In Doctor Who terms, why?
But we didn't mind it in Starbuck.
No, that's because they did it well.
So the issue is if they did it bad or not.
No, actually, the in-law explanation of that is all this has happened before and all this happened again. In that, it's a continuation. It's not a remake, or they're not the same characters. Actually.
It's still the same universe.
Same universe, but it's the next go round, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's very confusing.
What are you referring to?
Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, Starbuck. Okay. Yeah,
that is very true, Ford.
Oh, thank you. Right.
In terms of Doctor Who, why would he not regenerate into a woman?
I guess because it's never happened before, and we're on like 15 now. It's like, why? It's only happening now because it's politically cool to do it now.
And it's the BBC,
It's the BBC trying to push some sort of
agenda,
feminine agenda. Like I say, I don't mind a woman being the main character of a show. It feels off to me, and it doesn't help that the fact she's not very good.
Do you feel the same way about other characters becoming of different ethnicity in remakes?
Interesting, because they were talking about Little Mermaid being a black woman.
Yes.
I don't know.
Nice.
And they were also talking about perhaps James Bond being black.
I wouldn't have a problem with that. Yeah. They were talking about Idris Elba being James Bond. I think he'd make a great James Bond.
I think when it comes to your identity or a character's identity, gender is something. I know everyone wants to say gender doesn't mean anything. You can be whatever gender you like. I think it does mean something, and to say it doesn't is a bit of a slap in the face. That's might be the cause of my problem.
But is that not the same with ethnicity then?
Not so much, I don't think. The colour of your skin, maybe your culture, but if you were a British black person or a British white person, I don't see the difference.
It's a bit troublesome, that is. Careful.
I'm inclined to agree. We are getting really? right on the very skirting
it's like
around
the worst time
politics.
to be talking about this as well.
Yeah, yeah, especially with the things that are happening in America at the moment.
I personally am a true believer in capitalism. I think that if it's good and people like it, then it will carry on and they'll get paid for it. If they don't like it, they'll be like, okay, people actually don't want this, and it won't happen again.
So you don't think there's any moral issues when it comes to this sort of thing?
No, not entertainment. No, do what you want.
Fair enough.
Film what you want and publish what you want. I don't care.
If people like it, they'll buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what do you think is going to happen with Doctor Who? Are we going to see Jodie Whittaker? Is that her name?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Jodie Whittaker. Will we see her reappear for how many more seasons of?
I have a feeling she is coming back for the next season, which will be the second.
And did you comment that somebody say you don't think Doctor Who will become a man again?
No.
After Jodie Whittaker.
I don't think that would be. Well, that's a good question. I have no idea. I didn't say that anyway.
I thought one of you did.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said that if the ratings and the money isn't coming in, then they'll probably follow the money and go back to a man.
Yeah.
You know what I think another thing is you wouldn't find a woman being gender swapped to a man, because maybe I'm pushing it. Because then the feminists would come out and say, "Oh, you can't have a strong female. You have to fall back to a man or something." It's like the double standards sometimes get me. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, a very touchy subject, I'm sure, and I don't. Yeah, there's only love in our hearts. It's something to keep in mind.
Scapegoat, that is.
This is a scapegoat. I don't know. When they start messing with these things, it's very weird, I find.
Yeah, if it ain't broke. Don't try to fix it. What would have been lovely with Doctor Who would be if another Time Lord came into play who was a female, and they teamed up. You had two Time Lords. In
Doctor Who, they didn't just do the Master. They didn't just do the Doctor. They did the Master as well. The Master is now female.
Yes, that's
Missy.
True. That's true. I forgot about that. Yeah.
That
so this has been a little while coming.
Who was the one that was supposed to be Doctor Who's wife?
River Song, yeah.
River Song, yeah. She's just a human, was she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not a Time Lord.
She was conceived on the TARDIS, so she has some sort of Time Lord ability.
Okay. I've missed a lot of this. It's gone in and out of my head without retaining any information.
Now, I did want to talk about a recent episode. And it's a biggie, but there's not enough time because we've talked about gender politics too long. So that's that then, I guess.
Is that it?
Excellent.
Oh, you're going to tease us with that?
Yeah, I guess I'll come back for another Doctor Who Part 2.
Okay. Yeah, but we're still waiting on that other episode that you didn't have enough time to complete that you said we'll talk about.
Oh, Fan Theory Part 2.
Fan Theory Part 2. You've got some queued up segments to,
I'm a teaser,
to deliver on. Yeah.
Can't be helped.
Okay. Fabulous.
Well, thanks for coming out and sharing your opinions on a very touchy subject with me.
Thank you for talking about it right now, Ford.
Yeah, timing is everything.
Yeah.
Thank you, son.
And now it's time for Random Chatting.
Excellent. So, this week's random chat, or last week's homework, we chose to play the game PUBG Mobile. I don't know if you all remember.
Yep.
You did, because it's already happened.
Yeah, it's very clear in my memory.
So it's a bit different this time. We decided to actually record what we were doing, and as we were doing it, so actually getting a live reactions or a live experience of the game PUBG Mobile. And if you're on YouTube or if you're on another platform, if you go onto YouTube, you should see a video of the gameplay that we were actually taking at the time. We decided to play as many games as it took of PUBG Mobile to get the W, basically to get that chicken dinner. So
The winner, chicken dinner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if we had to play 1,000,000 times, we just needed to get the chicken.
Yeah, it'd have been a long episode.
Yeah. We decided to call back or ask our lovely friend Tim to come back from episode 15. Go listen to that if you haven't. And he helped us out as well.
He did.
Yeah.
So it's a squad of 4 of us, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. So it's a pleasure to have him there as well.
4-player game. It was brilliant to have him back with us. We had a good laugh, yeah.
Yeah. So a brief description of the game. It's a battle royale game on the phone. Basically, you get thrown into this huge arena with some friends and lots of enemies, about 100 people on the server. And basically, the last team surviving wins the game.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
Okay.
everyone. Welcome.
So are we all clear on the idea of what we're going to do? Are we going to play in Erangel, are we? In
Yes.
Classic mode. But first person or third person?
What would you guys prefer?
I don't mind. Because you can
And
swap.
And who's going to control the jump? We do need to all jump together.
Whoever it gives us, I guess.
Big boy Dev.
No, not Big Boy. I've got too many
As
As
things.
long
I
as
wanna be
it's
wingman.
somebody who, jumps sensibly.
I mean, you can mark on the map, right? If you just look at
Yeah.
the map.
Yeah. I might change my clothes.
Okay, let's make it first person because no one's reading me.
I know. Oh,
That's why I prefer so.
I'll
Give you options.
go. I'll go Kill Bill. I think.
Oh, I rate it. That's cool.
It's
No,
jumpsuit
I'm the only inappropriately dressed one.
then.
I mean, it does look like you've just escaped from a prison, to be honest. I've got to get rid of these orange clothes, but I haven't got any others. Quick!
Okay, so for reference to the listener or viewer, Jazzy Emu is me, Devon. Selnor
Selnor.
is Ford, yeah. And then Hotan Stabiv is
It's me.
Paps.
Yeah.
And then Uzak
Who's that? Is that how you say
it's
it?
Tim.
Who-
Yeah,
Uzak.
it's Kazoo backwards.
Zach. It's just Kazoo backwards.
Okay.
And apparently, when you first play this game, just FYI, you start with a spiffing pair of tighty whities. So that's why I'm not wearing anything.
Oh, you just don't have any. Is this your first game?
Yeah, I assume you unlock them as you go. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
first-
you
my first time.
and you can pick up clothes as you find them. Yeah, but as you do with everything else, that you need weapons and drinks and anything.
Yes.
Also, Amazon Prime helps.
Rucksacks.
It does, yeah.
Do we? Okay. What
So
do
it's
we
my
need
first
to do?
time. Please be gentle.
So let's go into it. I mean,
Yeah, I think so.
Go for it, mate.
Have you played Ford? Well, we begin the
Flip.
the lobby sequence. Are you kicking it off, Devon?
yep, we should be loading now.
Yep.
Enter a match. Okay.
Commander in Chief.
Yeah. Are you Ford? Have you played this game? Oh gosh, first person. I'm not used to this. Hey,
Hello.
guys.
See, this is how I played last time.
Yeah, this
Yes,
is
I'm
weird.
ready.
Oh, there's Ford over there, the naked one. Comes.
The naked one.
Or the,
Oh,
the
nice,
less dressed one.
Nice scarf on the top of your head, mate.
Is that me?
Then
You can-
Ford.
Yeah, you gamer.
So
Ford,
how do I
have you-
jump?
I'm going to click follow.
Yeah. Who's choosing where we're going to go?
Oh wow.
I'm
look
going
at
to
that.
follow Ford.
All right, that's good. I don't think we'll reach that far. No, Tim's put it. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
Ruins.
I'm being a dingus.
The ruins.
Oh,
They're a
ruins.
difficult area to play ruins.
Okay, people are talking to me. I'll turn that off. There we
Hang
go.
on, I'll
I
get rid
don't
of
mind
mine.
where we go.
How do
Okay,
I
let's go where
Um,
Tim's. No, Tim.
Tim's taking away now. Ruins?
Yeah,
What's
that works.
cool?
Ruins, okay. I'm jumping.
Ruins. Okay.
Whee!
Oh, are you all jumping to? I thought we'd do a.
Oh, yeah, but it's too late. I was following one person and no one else was.
Now we've got to join up with everybody. It's
Follow
gonna be
me.
hard.
Just go to ruins and we should be fine.
Yeah, I'm following you.
Easy victories, boys.
Oh, I've got no sound. That's better.
Hang on.
I guess there'll be a lot of people at the ruins. Do try and get together as soon as we can,
Yeah,
so
there's
that we
someone
can,
there.
there's somebody in front of you, so that we can at least then support one another when
Okay, I'm going
we're
towards
into
the
those
church.
buildings.
I'm miles away. Okay.
Because there was a guy in front of me, so I've gone to the church. Oh gosh.
No worries.
I'm heading over to the red roof buildings over there.
There's a guy coming into the church on your right now.
Oh dear.
Well, on my right.
Oh, I've fallen down.
He's
Okay,
gone after it, it's great.
I've got no.
The hardest
Is that
thing
No,
is
that's
getting
coming
hold
up
of
on
a
him.
weapon as soon as possible.
Yeah, I've got no weapons yet.
Do you think I could
Everything's
be...
Gucci. Everything's fine. We're
Well,
gonna
I've got a
win.
nice
this
one of
time.
those medical kits that fix you completely. Oh, that's you. I'm
Ooh.
just near to where Tim is.
Surprise!
Got a pistol.
Great.
Hope that footsteps of Tim behind me.
Oh, quick, there's a
I'm
gun
coming
there.
to get you.
Oh, I'm getting shot at.
Have you, Tim? Have you got a weapon yet?
I got a.
Go on, pressing wrong things. Oh, no.
I'm trying to.
Oh, I've got one of those guns which
There
has
we
like a round thing on top.
Scope.
One of the barrels.
No, it's like a round barrel. Yeah. Oh,
Is that a silencer?
there's Tim.
Nah, it's a flash hider for a sniper.
Boy, I'm getting so many...
Are you alright for a weapon, Tim?
Yeah, I got a crowbar. It's all good.
Do you want an Uzi?
Yeah, go on then.
Let me just see if I can drop this Uzi. How do you drop things?
Flip, how do you jump?
You've got to bring an inventory, I think, at the bottom left,
There you go.
and then drag it.
Have you got it?
Oh yeah, perfect. Nice.
Did you get it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't suppose you have any bullets, do you?
Oh. Is it not loaded?
Nah, it's got nothing.
Oh,
Big
is it?
fat
Go in here. There might be some in here, but... Oh, let me just check. I'll have a look. So.
Go and
I
try
think
and
it's
find forward.
9mm.
9mm. I'm dropped some here. Look, 85 9mm.
Jeez.
So this game is 90% walking around trying to find stuff.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, I've already
Getting
killed
equipped.
someone. So
Well, at the beginning it is.
head it forward. Nice undies.
The sooner we can get to the same area, the better, so that we can support one another.
I'm
Are
with
you
forward right
okay,
now,
Tim,
and
to go
you're
and find the other two?
Yep.
just further up.
Me and my deagle.
So correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but this game came out in 2016.
Oh, we're
But
getting
I'm getting shot in the back.
history
Oh
lesson.
gosh, I'm getting shot.
But that was the beta version, wasn't it? And it stayed beta
Forward
for
help.
millennia.
Forward, no
Don't
more,
forget
no
to
more,
focus
no more
on
history.
the game while you
Thank you, forward.
You know, just killed someone while I was doing this.
Eleanor.
Nice.
Wow, you can do the history lesson and shoot people.
Well, I was trying,
flip.
but whatever.
It stayed beta for how long?
I said it millennia, but you guys played this game, so
It's
Is
a
that
very,
true?
it's a very long time.
9 million years.
they would charge you for the game that wasn't even properly finished yet. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
How you doing
Feels
for a
bad.
weapon?
Yeah.
I
How
got
you
two
doing for weapons?
Uzis. I got two Uzis now. We're living the dream.
Okay. That's
It's
not a
Tim.
great weapon selection,
It's
is
Dad.
it? But
Alright, I'll find something around here.
Oh, I got a shotgun now.
I'm heading towards Devon.
It's only got 2 shots.
forward.
Flip.
Yeah, I'm right behind you guys. So all together.
Hey, we're all together at last. So just to clarify, we are being recorded visually, are we? But only from Devon's screen, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And that's going to go on YouTube.
Yes.
Somebody's getting their dinner ready at the same time.
I don't want to say anything. Thanks, Mum.
Oh, dear.
Darn it.
Multitasking, that is, isn't it?
Nah, we
Setting
were trying to be.
setting the table and playing PUBG at the same time.
We were trying to be
I'm just
sneaky
following-
about it.
I'm just following Jazzy at the moment.
Oh gosh, okay.
wherever he
I'll take you
goes.
over here then.
Because you're
Goes to
the
the
leader,
school.
man.
Am I?
Commander
Where
in
are we
chief.
going?
To the
Are
school.
we leaving this area? To the school.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
that's quite a
Oh,
trick.
most kills at school.
If you disarm your weapon, I think you run a bit faster.
Oh yeah, no, Dora, I've already done that. He's just
I
up
haven't
the
done
hill
that.
while
I'm
I'm
just going.
getting to the bottom of
It
it.
is.
Yikers.
He is, isn't he?
Because I'm
Yeah.
first, I'm just trying to be ready. Got my gun out.
Commander in chief
Well,
is blitzing
I'm
his way.
hanging. I hung back for Ford to
Oh,
wait for him.
someone's
'Cause I wanted
shooting.
to help him. Oh, we're
I'm being
down
shot.
to
Someone shooting behind
Oh, yeah?
us.
North.
61 players, 59
There he is.
players.
Oh, I see him. I
alive.
see him. I see him. I see him.
Whereabouts?
Dead.
Oh, flip.
Killed him.
Give me some direction here. Where are we looking? You've got him.
Yeah, he's dead.
It was
Yeah,
north.
He's done zoed.
Oh, he's at the bottom of the hill. Okay.
Is he dead yet?
Oh, there's two.
Oh,
There's
look
two
on the
more
map.
dudes. There's two more dudes pushing
yeah.
with him.
On the horizon. Go on the left.
Oh, you tagged him. You tagged him. Nice.
He's down one.
Oh,
Can't see the
gamer.
other one.
And then there was one on the right. One on the right.
Oh, I got him.
305.
I think-
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go.
I need a scope.
Pick up some stuff. Oh gosh, I'm shooting
We're
back.
still crawling.
There must be a fourth.
Hey, I got a kill.
I could do with some more ammo if anyone has any.
What do you need?
7.76, I think.
Oh, an
I remember
8
properly.
Yes, please.
I'll go over and check out
Some
that.
clothes.
I just got
Yes.
a bit of 7.76.
You got something to wear, Ford?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cover up,
How does
you
it look on me? What do you think?
disgusting boy.
Looks great,
Like-
Ford.
So
Much
we're down
better.
to 51 players left now. That's not bad. I don't think any of us have taken any damage, significant damage.
Lol.
Where's the health bar?
It's
Do you want any
beneath the
check these
weapon.
weapons out, Tim? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Oh, I like that gun you've got on your back. I like that one. Is it a UP something?
UMP.
I think.
UMP, yeah. That's
Pretty
one of my
banger.
favourites.
Oh, Devon, do you want to try and snipe in this game? There's an M762 here.
Heck yeah, dude.
We're well within the save zone,
Thank
aren't
you.
we? So we're okay at the moment. Selma, you've got a nice bit of kit on there. You look really cool in that.
Oh, the outfit.
Yeah.
Is there an aeroplane or something?
Is that your nicked? Yeah, they're dropping care packages, I think, aren't they? You can head
Yeah, there's one
towards
over there.
them. They usually drop them in the centre of the zone.
Interesting.
Oh, you can see it over to the. I can see
To
the
the
parachute
east.
coming down.
I
East? How
think.
can I say?
Southeast.
Yeah. No, it's southeast. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to go for it, or do you want to go towards the school?
We'll carry on, shall we? Towards the school. It's up
Okay.
to you. You're the leader of the pack.
Let's go for it then. Let's go southeast.
Oh, we're heading for the drop zone.
Heck yeah.
Highway to the danger zone.
You know we have to keep doing this until we actually get the winner chicken dinner, don't you?
Let's
So
get it
if we
first
only
try then,
qualify-
easy peasy.
Even as long as one of us survives to be the final player,
Alrighty.
but
Oh,
hopefully we'll all look after one another.
Tim, this gun you gave me isn't actually a sniper.
It's not.
Survive.
No, it's got auto mode.
Oh, sick, dude. Yeah, but I bet it kicks.
SMG.
I bet it kicks, bro.
Yeah.
You can see the red
Oh,
smoke.
there's a there's a little drop, cheeky little drop just there.
Are we going back the way we came? Because you said
No.
there was this.
Maybe.
No.
Oh, you seem to be going further away. I thought it would take us to the middle of the drop zone, of the safe zone, but it's not, is it? Is it a care package? Is that the correct term?
Yeah. Something like that.
There's all these weird and wonderful terms that you gamers are used to using, isn't it? Do we want to talk about the game while nothing else is much happening? What's your experiences of it, everyone?
One
Play
game.
on PC? This is your first play, Tim.
Oh no, not my first play. But I played one game before, and then Devon phoned me up and needed help, so
Okay.
I had to save him.
But what about? I mean, we're playing it on the mobile game version, aren't we? But what have
Oh,
you?
yes. There's also a
what's that?
PC version of this game, isn't there? That
Yeah.
is probably a lot more popular, I would assume.
Well, Devon's going to reach there first, I think.
Let's see
But
what there
watch out,
is.
because sometimes you get snipers who are.
Yeah.
Oh,
I accidentally stole everything.
That's all right. You can steal everything.
Because there's auto pickup, right?
Yeah.
Stuff you've left, I didn't. I needed. I don't know if anybody else needed stuff.
Just try and keep an eye
Yeah.
out.
What is stuff?
Oh, there's somebody over here.
Yeah, I'm
North,
getting
south,
it.
east, west?
Oh yeah, right in front of us.
Bombs
With every
knocks.
shot though, so it's all good.
Oh, I
You must have
accidentally
comrades.
went into that peak view round a corner when there isn't even a corner. Who's
Easy kill.
Nice too.
that? Oh, you killed him. Okay.
Is there anyone else, though? Because it's a foursome game, isn't it?
Yeah, they could have teammates nearby. Unless they're not a friendly team.
Oh, level 2, yeah, I'll take that. Oh, M416 too. Yoink.
You know, all the names for everything.
Yeah, we played this game a little bit too much when it first came out.
Oh, really? Oh,
I'm
see
easy.
somebody over by the care package.
There's one the other way as well.
He's crouched down.
I'll leave you guys for him.
I bet he's gone behind the
Oh wait, no.
chute.
Good job.
Got him. Got him.
I'm just going to check for some more ammo. I don't have any.
There's some shots towards the south of us.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for, but I can't see anyone.
Quite far, I think.
Oh, come on, I need
Hey.
5.4. Give me
Five,
something.
five, six.
So far as
Five,
mobile
six, yeah.
games, as far as mobile games go, this is actually quite impressive, isn't it?
It is. I think that's impressive. It's quite immersive, isn't it? I know the graphics probably are looking a bit dated now. Oh,
They're probably dated when they first got put on, but
There's somebody in the barn with the blue roof.
Yeah, heading towards him. I've got a submachine gun going straight in.
I'm going to move around to back. Should I
He's
kill
got
that crouch
crouching.
guy?
Balls excited.
Oh, well shot, well played. I keep touching.
Down. That hurt.
There's a corpse on
Really
my...
not. There's only 18 left. Devon's got some health issues.
Yeah, I'm fixing that now.
Okay. Only
A
18,
buggy!
18 players left now.
What am I looking at now?
We're in a
Right,
red zone a little bit.
If you notice on the map, we're in a red zone now, which means that we're about to be bombed.
Not for long.
So it's best to stay
Aye.
inside when the bombs start dropping.
Or outside
Oh,
the red
just-
zone.
Yeah.
You can
If you-
drive cars in this game.
Well, didn't you know that?
Well, I didn't think it'll be on the mobile game now.
Yeah, we can we can if you find a vehicle which take 4 of us, we can all get in one vehicle.
Oops, sorry. I didn't realise.
Let's go.
2 people could you, 2 in yours. We need a vehicle for 4, don't
Tim's
we?
Can you
got
go on the
one.
back of... Can you go on the back
Yeah,
of Tim's
I got my
bike?
bike. I got my bike.
Where are we
Here
headed?
come the bombs. Here
I
come
don't
the
know.
bombs. We were heading for the school, weren't we?
We were, and it's still inside the zone,
Yeah, still safe.
which is good.
We.
It's
We've
good.
just
Try
done around
not,
circles
try not
before.
to hit anything, Tim.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm
These are
past my
masters,
tests.
right?
It's all good.
Well, we're down to 12 people still alive, so that's our 4 and 8 others, so that's pretty good.
Whoa!
Oh my days!
Oh, I just crashed into
Stopping
you.
on
You
a
stopped
dime.
on the dime.
Oh,
Oh, my
Break
days.
Okay,
So-
so
there's a driving Miss Daisy issue going on there.
where do you reckon we
Wait,
should
There's
Oh,
some bullets.
Fire, gunfire
Southwest.
behind us.
Ooh.
Gunfire.
Shall we turn to it?
Yeah, let's get him. Let's get him.
We're going to look for the gunfire.
I'm coming back. It's all good.
So it's got to be in this city somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Should we pull up?
It's time to go to the danger zone.
Danger zone.
Oh, hello.
Everybody off,
Let's
please.
go. Let's go. Let's go.
We try and stay nearby because we need each other to repair, to heal each other. Don't spread out too much. Where is everybody?
Except, let's do that.
I went the wrong way. Oh, there's a helicopter, guys. Flip.
Helicopter.
What?
Yeah.
broken?
No. I think you can fly it. Hang on.
What?
I'm gonna hop in it.
No,
and
I
see.
don't think I've ever.
Oh, there's a
seen
guy in
it.
front of me.
Oh yeah, he's on the roof there.
Knocked. He's dead.
Nice.
He's the last of his group. He died
Really?
straight away.
Nailed him.
How do you know that?
Because if he gets knocked down,
Oh,
then he's got teammates who can revive him. If he dies
Okay.
straight away, then he's the last of his group because no one's there to
Oh,
survive
I
to
can see
revive
that
him.
helicopter. I've never seen that
Yeah.
helicopter before.
Can't fly it. Makes me sad.
It's just a.
Well, this
Yeah,
I've
game
jump
is
been in
called
this
one of those,
area before, and I don't think that was there before.
Ooh, it's a
It
nice
looks
house.
a bit wrecked, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A revolver! Yes, please.
This guy. Oh, there's a deagle just in that house.
No, revolver.
I was playing a bit of Call of Duty World War II yesterday and the day before because it was a free game in the PlayStation Plus, and it's we'll maybe talk about it on the podcast sometime. But I was making good use of revolvers and thinking of forward because pretty good.
Wow,
very
I'm well
immersive.
known for my revolver fetish.
You are. World War II, of course, was a 2017 Call of Duty game. Very reminiscent of the original Call of Duty game, which I remember from the, 80s, I guess, because it starts with D-Day landings.
In the 80s?
Oh.
I don't think so.
No way.
Well, it must have been.
No.
90s, when we got the
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Noughties.
Like
So
late
naughty.
90s and noughties, I think.
What am I thinking? I think everything happened in the 80s.
Everything
That's
good
my
happened in the
problem.
80s.
Yeah. That's my
not
problem.
true at all.
It doesn't look like there's anybody here, does it? I can't
No.
see.
Yep.
We've
I
got-
killed one.
Yeah, but maybe he killed somebody else. Look, we've now got a white dotted line, so we're not
Yeah,
in
we're
the
not in
zone
a
anymore.
circle.
We do need to get back to our vehicles if you can find them.
I'm gonna honk my horn as I go past you guys because of how fast I am.
Yeah,
Are we a lot faster than they are?
Well, we've got better
Yeah,
acceleration.
Two wheels. Two
Are you
wheels.
Yeah,
We've
they
got
caught up
four
already.
better
Gosh
than
dang, they're right behind
Oh
us.
my days. We're going to crash and die, aren't we?
Yeah.
Jazzy.
Oh my days.
Oh, flip!
It's
fine, everything's good, everything's
that
good.
looks scary from what I can
Oh
see.
my days.
Amazing.
We scraped a tree.
All I can
boys.
see is the back of your backpack. Really.
There's another car there if you guys wanted a bit more stability.
We could
Who
all
needs
go
to
in.
Could all
there.
get in that one,
You've
yeah.
got
Car, why don't we all-
speed.
What?
Tim's off.
Why don't we all get in a car if you find one?
He's gone.
You've been very sensible, Ford.
There's only 9 people left, including us.
Oh gosh, that's
Okay,
good.
I'm in the zone.
So that's like a team and a bit. What are you guys doing?
It's fine.
Who's shooting?
Everything's fine.
God.
Everything's
Not
good.
me.
Everything's
It's
good.
going to start getting a lot tighter now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we should probably explain that there's a force field around the map, and it gradually
Yeah.
throughout the game shrinks and shrinks until
Oh,
everyone's
there's a
right
car
next to each
moving. Just seen a car move.
Yeah.
Ah, there he is.
other. Oh, I see him.
So
Oh, my
where?
days.
I'm going to get shot.
Where
You're
are
two.
you?
I think
Nice.
I'm down. Quick, somebody come and help me.
Get close to that building.
Ooh, I can
I'm
res-
right up against the
I
building.
think they're both dead.
Don't move.
They're both what?
They're both
They're
dead.
dead.
Got them both.
Really? You got them?
Yeah.
That was only 6, so it's us and 2 more.
That was close.
This dude don't slow down.
2 other players. We're doing really well. I didn't really expect that we would
Oh, we're too good for this game.
Oh,
win our first game, although
Enemy.
nothing's over till it's over.
I see him.
I'm looking, I can't see.
hey, there
Oh,
it is.
here!
Yes, easy peasy.
Yes! Only one left.
I see him.
Where?
North.
Give me a coordinate.
He's on the ridge. 355. Oh, he's shooting at me. Flip.
He will die today.
Oh gosh, he's far away.
Yeah, he's really far
I
away.
can't actually
Is
see him.
he?
I can't see him.
Need to get some cover, I think.
Yeah,
Get
I'm down.
Dive.
You're dead.
Get down,
You're
Bez.
down.
I'm down. Just I need to revive. I'm hiding behind this tree.
Did you see where
I'm
he
dead.
was?
I'm out.
Oh no. Oh,
I
he's
need to
seen
revive.
me. He's seen me.
Is he over the waterfall?
Yeah, on the other ridge.
I do not see this fool.
I'm just healing.
Tim, we need you.
Oh, flip. You really are.
Now
aren't
he
you?
knows
Yeah,
where
I
I
need to
am,
revive.
so I'm going to have to run. Oh,
Sprint. There we go.
can't tell whether I'm.
It's Tim.
Running away from
Come
Devon
to
when he's
me.
down. Whoops.
Is Devon in a safe place?
Yeah, I'm behind the tree.
Oh yeah, behind a tree. He's Gucci.
Are you near him?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on me. He's on me.
Cheeky little
Careful
revive for
there.
you, Dev. Easy peasy.
Thank you very much. I got an
You're
first
gonna wait
aid kit.
until the circle shrinks so small.
Oh my days, we're taking fire. Get behind the tree.
It's crazy.
Oh, it's down to Devon now.
I can't even
I can't even see him.
Oh. No, I haven't seen him yet. And I'm losing health
What the
rapidly.
heck?
He'll be in the circle somewhere, won't he?
I'm going to risk it and try
I
and move.
literally
position.
can't see him.
Maybe we should just hide out until.
Oh gosh.
Maybe we should just hide somewhere until the circle shrinks.
Yeah, but it's not going to shrink on us though. It's the issue.
No.
I was going to try and get to you, but I can't.
Oh, sorry. It's down to you, Devon. Spectate. So, oh, what a shame. We were doing so well.
They can see me exactly. I just can't see him at all.
He is hidden well. There's no clues, is there, where he's...
He's that
You
way.
need to... Yeah, and he is in the zone and we're not. You're not. Is it worth trying to find the vehicle and...
No, I'm going to die here.
Yeah.
17.
Oh, what a shame!
It's crazy. He's got a really good scope on him. I can see that. Oh gosh.
Oh, we nearly made it. We got killed by the last person.
Attempt
Oh,
number
well.
2.
Yeah, we're going to try again, aren't we?
Which that was
You
hard.
happy to try again, guys?
Yeah, go for it.
You'll all be, yeah.
Oh, we're so organised now. We've got this down.
Bro, we're pros.
This time we're gonna
Seasoned
win.
Veterans.
Yeah.
No, I've played one game.
We've agreed on that destination, yeah?
But
Yeah.
you're flying us, so.
That's a nice sized town that's not too close to the flight path, so
Oh,
I
lovely.
don't think there'll be that many people go to it.
What are the
Why
housing
does this
prices
sound
like?
like location?
No flight paths.
Yeah. Yeah, the neighbours are nice.
That's good.
Cool flip, we gotta go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go when we're exactly 90 degrees to it,
Yeah.
which is now,
No,
I
let's go.
think.
Look at me go. Oh no, I can see myself in third person now, and I don't like it.
Bro, all I can see is my feet.
In your underpants.
Yep.
I'm going,
Blue.
I'm going on
Oh,
top of
you're
this
going
flat
for
house.
different. I'm going for the straw bale, which I just crashed into.
I fell in.
Lovely.
Jazzy landed on the roof.
Heck yeah.
What a gamer!
Got a deagle.
You're messing about. Oh, flip. You'd have probably more experience this time.
You're right, Ford. He's not messed about. Flip, no.
Oh, I got one of those little mini rifles.
Probably got
What's that like?
You got the sniper yet?
Not yet. Got a deagle with the sight on it, if that helps.
That's basically it, isn't it? What?
Aha, gun. Right,
Oh.
I'm sorted for the rest of the game.
What, you got the gun you like?
Well, it's a gun, so yeah, sure.
So you like it?
Come on, jump up there.
Ooh, a back to pack. Great.
Oh, I've got somebody near me.
Which direction?
Do you
East,
know?
west, north,
I'm facing south.
south?
Behind the wall.
Oh, I've got one right on me. He's right next to me,
Gosh, Christ.
and I suck.
Bro,
Oh, I killed him. I don't believe.
Oh my days,
Ford,
lots
there's
of
another
shots.
I got one.
There's another one northwest, Ford. He's taking out a guy.
Northwest.
Yeah, like 320 from me, bro. So, like, north for you.
Nice.
He's killing him!
I'm looking.
I came to help you, but I had it already. Oh
Where's
yeah, some
Ford?
guns.
I've got nothing, bro.
Oh, there he is. That's him.
Please!
Oh, I can't aim.
I can't see him.
He's got a trench coat. Oh yes, I got him.
I'm punching the guy on
Got
the
him.
ground because I
Tim
need
Moore?
something.
I got one. I want his trench coat bad. You don't know how much I want it.
I don't.
Yes, I've got a gun now.
Okay, I need to change that sight to that
Yes.
one.
Ah, look how cool I look. Where are you?
I've
Good
still
job,
only got
Ford.
one weapon yet.
Dem, look at me.
Where are you? Playing?
Thanks.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
I've got a times 6 sight.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Ooh.
Oh, I've got a times 6 scope. That's nice.
So good. What?
I'ma get you. I'ma get you. I'ma get you. Mm-hmm.
No, please.
I've got a times 6 sight on a.
Started.
I don't know what it's called. A mini 14 gun. It's called.
Oh, they were sick back in the day.
Were they?
What
Back in
Can't remember.
back in 2017. I don't know if they've nerfed it
Oh,
since
in
then.
the 80s, you mean?
yeah, exactly.
I got love for you if you were born in the 80s. The 80s.
I can't
Good old
see
Calvin
anybody.
Harris.
I certainly will.
I'm going to run down the edge of the road until. Oh, there's a 4-seater.
Shots
vehicle.
to the left.
Look, there's a 4-seater vehicle. Let's all get in there.
Slow down. There's enemies that way.
Got a lot of enemies. Got a lot of enemies.
I'm scoped in, can't see squat though.
Yes, because they're over the bridge, I think.
Yeah.
Over the
horizon.
hill and far away.
Beware the
He
zone.
stopped
is
shooting,
shrinking.
so
Yeah, we're right next to those, so we're all good.
I think we'll come back for that 4x4, shall we?
Yep.
Unless it gets stolen.
Nah, they wouldn't steal that.
Stolen? Yes, stolen.
where is he? There he is.
There he is.
Nice, dude.
Got him?
Yeah.
He didn't go down immediately, so
You
he
should
has
have a teammate somewhere.
There's no buggy over there.
Oh, I see him on top of the hill. He's right next to me. Oops.
Is he?
Get my gun out. Yeah. I saw him for like a split second.
Oh
Where'd you
boy,
go?
the shield
I
He's
is
got
see him.
round.
He's
Oh, he's by a
behind the
tree.
tree.
Need to move
Pa, pa,
first.
pa.
Nice
He
one.
stood no chance.
Got lasered by
another.
like 4 of us.
Who's got
Oh,
the
the
cut?
zone. The zone.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I've been saying it.
Ow, 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 ow,
How
ow.
far we got? Oh,
Not very.
gosh. I don't want to die like this.
I don't actually know how to heal myself, FYI.
Just keep
You
running.
just tap on it.
Tap on it.
Next
I
to
mean-
Oh, you
next
made
to
it. You made it. Is it the vehicles outside the zone as well, isn't it?
Some
Yep.
things you just got to let die, Andy.
Oh, I wanted us all to have a nice little drive in the country in a 4x4.
Actually, to be fair, I would too. I'll be back in a second.
But somebody could run and
What
get
are you
it.
doing? What are you
Is he
doing?
going to run and get it?
It's fine. It's fine. It's
We'll
fine.
shout at you from the sidelines.
Yeah.
Go on, Tim. You can
You know
do
what? That is
Encourage
better
him.
than I thought.
it. It's better than you thought. You can do
It's
it.
not. Yeah, it's not.
So
taking
for
that
the
much
listener, Tim is now running to the zone where your health automatically depletes to go and catch a vehicle.
time. Come here. Come here.
He's in it. He's in it. Now
got
he's
it.
got to drive back. So if you're
You
over
got
half
3 quarters.
health, oh,
you
he's
got 3 quarters.
plenty.
plenty of time.
You just have to come back and.
Not
Time
one
to
of
drive
them.
over forward. Whoa!
Alright.
You drift.
Wreck
Oh,
this
this
He's
is.
going, now he's running away with
Hey.
the. What's,
Hang on,
what's
hang
the
on,
point?
hang on. I back it up. I back it up. It's all good.
You
It's all
need
good.
to heal a bit, Tim.
I'm on it. Don't
Heal
worry.
your health. Heal your health.
having a
What's it
cheeky
say?
old bandage.
Physician, heal thyself. 2 minutes and the zone shrinks again.
I got shotgun.
Heal
good.
me!
Oh.
Still doing it. Rip. Alright, so somebody plot on the map where they want me to go?
Just head for the middle of the zone. Follow the white line.
Would it be
Yeah,
best to go onto the island, the military base island?
Oh,
down.
I don't like the military base. Oh,
That's
okay.
might be
Head
where
for
the
the
zone's
bridge then. You can be sure the bridge is going to be.
That way,
I can't see!
The yellow one.
I can't see!
Nowadays.
I can't see!
If you go to the bridge, it's likely to be an
no
ambush.
Great.
We could take him.
If we drive right through it, we shouldn't. Do you think we draw
Yeah,
much
could
fire?
somebody mark it for me? Because
I have.
Ah,
It's the yellow one.
Don't mind me.
Is it
Just
marked?
drive. Just drive.
Yeah, the entrance to the bridge is marked. Yeah.
Okay. I don't like this because if you're a clever player, you will be set an ambush at the entrance to that bridge because it's obvious that the
Am I going the wrong way?
end game zone is likely to be on that island.
For sure. We could grab several
Oh, no, I was
vehicles
going
and
that
it would be a harder target. What do you think?
I think we can take him.
There's another 4x4. We could have one each.
I thought you wanted to
I
drive.
thought, I thought you want to be all in one.
Well, I did, but it's not very easy to shoot, is it?
It's not working out, guys. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I'll jump out.
Alright, Ford, it's you and me.
Bow, bow,
Ragtag
then.
duo.
bow.
Everybody
bow.
honk your horns, let's go.
I don't think I've driven in first person before.
It's the worst, you can't see.
No, it's
Oh,
weird.
there's
isn't
another
it?
one. And another
Yeah,
one.
and another one. We can have one
We can have one
each.
each.
So we can't- so
Everybody's
no one can
got
shoot.
one.
No, because then we can't
100%.
shoot, can we?
Yeah. That's the worst idea.
Keep your eye out, Ford.
And another one. Flip. So why were there
These
no
abandoned
cars?
Well, there's lots by the
vehicles.
military base because they're military vehicles, I think.
I guess that
Jeeps
makes sense.
or something.
Or there's just loads of people in the military base.
Who's in the vehicle with me, Devon?
Me, yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh,
That's exciting. Oh, my date's. Oh, careful.
sorry about that, guys. Everything's fine.
You have to dig that out.
Alright, this is where we're going to be camping for the rest of the weekend. Hope you guys are ready
Bring
for
a tent.
Got some schmalls.
Oh.
for the parking.
Oh, is
This is
that...
it, brother.
Okay, right.
Should you park in the garage?
Yeah, go for it.
I can't. I crashed.
It hasn't been looted.
Come on, Ford. It was parking with style. Come on, why are you going to do this to me?
Not crashed.
This dude, we crashed. Like to see you drive like that. Wait. I'd like to see you drive, Ford.
Yeah, I wouldn't drive like that.
That's toxic. Can't believe it.
It's getting a bit tight now. I feel like we need to get somewhere to hunker up, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Together.
We hunker together.
Like rabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-diggity-ding-a-dong.
I've got an extended mag for a sniper if anyone can use it. I can't.
Remember forever.
I don't know if it works for the car.
I'm sure everyone
Can't
tunes
I
into
do?
this show to listen to us sing.
Oh, there's,
I don't.
Yeah.
there's
no, it
one
doesn't.
east in the house. House just east of me, yeah.
Come in.
It's just come out
So
of the
what's our
house.
feelings about this game? Does it compare? I mean, I think the map is
Got him.
an interesting combination of areas and a nice big area play zone.
Who wants an SMG flashlight?
See a guy in the
Order.
opposite flats
Sure.
to us?
Oh,
Yeah.
we're down to 6 players in the zone.
Which
So
direction?
North of us.
No, okay.
Tagged. Did you see him,
Oh,
Tim?
I saw him now. Yeah.
Nah.
Bottom
Oh,
right.
someone shot. Yeah, it's bottom right. You're going straight towards
push
him,
it.
Tim.
Yeah, I'm
Losing
just gonna
him,
push
I don't know where he's gone.
If you can lure him outside, it'd be great. I doubt it's going to happen.
are you crawling?
Oh, I found him. Yikers.
Running at him.
Easy kills, boys.
He should have been low.
Alright. Just because it's an easy kill does not mean. Bruh, I ain't on no PC.
There's only one left.
Right,
Oh,
should we
wow.
all take a direction, north, south, east, west, and then we're working together?
Yeah, I've got east.
Camaraderie? What is this?
I'll hit west.
I did the. So I think I'm heading. No.
Did he die straight away, Tim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel bad for him, really. I whiffed 2 shots on him. It wasn't
Dad's going
exactly
east,
clean.
so I guess he's watching east.
How many kills have we all got?
I have
Whoops.
6.
Oh,
That was me.
Two.
That was my bad. Sorry.
my
He's
goodness,
not likely
just
to be.
arrived.
I've got
West,
3.
okay.
Nothing major.
Thank you. Well, I'm pleased that with two. That's my cutlery going in. Did you hear that? Yeah.
I can see him 1:30 by the truck that's toppled over.
In the morning.
He's behind the truck that's toppled over.
Oh, yeah, I can see
it.
that truck that's top.
He's like behind it. He knows we're here. That's why. He
Oh
jumped
yeah,
out.
there is.
He's legged. Nice.
Boom!
Nice.
Yay!
That's a chicken dinner.
I think I might have got the final.
You got MVP.
MVP.
Most valuable player, me,
Well done.
the old guy.
You love to see it.
Wow.
The old guy.
We
You
can
were
do a
just...
bit of jumping up and down now. Look, we ought to meet up and jump up
Yeehaw.
and down. Yay!
I don't know where you guys are. The map's just... Oh, there you are.
No.
You're coming off the roof. Well, that is really impressive that we've had 2 games and we lost by 1.
Yeah, we should have won the last one, shouldn't we? Really?
What do you mean, the guy who went to pick up his wife? Indeed, bro.
Well, there's 3v1, even if I left, you know.
Yeah.
Eh? Are you shooting each other now?
No, I'm just shooting. Yeah,
I'm
like
shooting,
an American.
All right. Yeah.
American.
That was
Well-
great fun, guys. Thank you so
Well,
much.
How many tighty whities out of 10 would you guys give it?
I always like a bit of PUBG.
Yeah?
But the only trouble with first-person shooters and me, I get too tense, and I get a bit. My heart starts palpitating, you know, and that's probably not good for my health.
No, palpitations isn't good for
No,
us.
and if you know, when somebody jumps out round a corner at you and shoots you in the head, it's not very nice, is it?
I enjoy it.
I'd think for a mobile game, I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. Like,
Wow.
9 tighty whities out of 10.
You gotta give him something to work to, Ford. Come on, bro.
That's why
Yeah,
it's
I
not
mean,
10.
it can be much better. I mean, the graphics aren't amazing, but it is a mobile game and it's a giant map. It's you can only
It is
take so
impressive.
much. Yeah, no, for a mobile game, it is pretty
There's
in depth.
some quite good different game modes, anyway. Yeah.
It's free as well. A free mobile game.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But I'd give it 8.5 probably out of 10 maybe.
I'd probably give it a 7, and I've discounted it down because of all the pop-ups that happen. There's so
Oh
many
my
things
day.
that just pop up on top of your screen when you're just trying to play a game, and
During the
it was
gameplay?
not during the gameplay, but when you go into the game.
Yeah.
Like I was testing it out, trying to see if I could invite Tim and see if it would work, and it just took me so long just to get through all the pop-ups. Like, oh, we've got this for you today, or whatever. It took ages.
All the special offers and everything that they want to lure you into. Yeah,
Yeah.
that can be annoying.
But also they do
But
that so they don't have to have
once-
adverts and things. But
Yeah, once in game, it's a nice experience of playing shooter.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
Oh
That's
wow!
it.
I had to turn down the performance. I was not happy.
it's not very well
Oh.
optimized.
Galaxy Note 9, and even though it's a 2-year-old device, it should be able to run on this bad boy. Are you serious?
Oh dear.
Wow, there you go.
Still a good
That's
game.
quite a range, isn't it? From 6 to 9. It's
Mm.
It'd be an 8 if I could use a controller, but I don't.
And are the 3 of you all playing it on phones rather than?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on a tablet. Whether that gave me any advantage? A bit more
Bigger
space for my fingers and
screen.
thumbs.
I
Yeah.
don't believe it. That's why you got MVP, boys.
Is that cheating? It's still a mobile device.
It's not, I guess it's not cheating, but I think it does give you a bit of advantage, maybe. Excellent.
Well, I'm glad that worked. I think over the 2 games that we played, we did really well.
Yeah.
It wasn't till the end of the first game that we started to die, each of us, and we just got beaten. 4 of us were beaten by 1 man.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
pretty
that
embarrassing.
final game, none of us were critically hurt at any point, were we?
No.
And we've got a
Not
good number of
even
kills between us.
Not even my driving killed me. Feels good.
Yeah. So will you come back to it other than for this test, or?
I mean, I enjoy playing with you.
Yeah, we've played a few times, haven't we?
Yeah. That's right. And a special thanks to Tim for joining us again. That was very, very useful, helping us get that bread.
Yeah, we couldn't have done it without him.
About Tim.
Well, maybe we could, but yeah,
Yeah.
without Tim.
Yeah.
That first game, though, that you hopefully have just heard or listened to or watched, it was so frustrating because there were 4 of us and only 1 other player still up, so it was 5 of us.
Yeah.
And he wiped all of us out.
Yeah.
We thought
I
we'd
couldn't
got
even
it.
see him.
He must have
No.
got so chuffed.
Oh, It was so frustrating. He just kept picking us off until in the end, Devon was the last man standing.
Yeah.
All our hopes were on him.
And then I let you down.
It did unfortunately take 2 games, but we won it on the second game.
Yeah, we came
brilliant.
second on the first one and first on the second.
That's not bad out of 100 players, 200 players.
It's
really.
very good. Yeah.
We were in the top 8 out of 200 players on those games.
I think.
Fabulous. It was good fun.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
It's homework time and hasta la vista, baby.
Brilliant. So now that's all over. The homework for next week is actually going to be a book. Now,
Yes.
we
Time to read
do.
the book again.
History tells us that we do enjoy our books. The last few times we've read a book, I think we've enjoyed it quite a lot.
Yeah.
I do
It's
personally.
been short, hasn't it?
Yes.
Short stories we've read, haven't we?
It has been, yes. This time we wanted to go for The Pilgrim's Progress.
Oh, a bit of a proper book.
Yes, by John Bunyan. Is that his name?
Yes, I believe
Bunyan. So obviously this book is a lot longer than the ones that we've actually been reading before, because the ones we were reading before were short stories. So it may get spread out a bit. We'll see how it goes, basically.
Yeah.
We'll read as much as we can in this next week before our next episode, and come back with what we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully
How we found it.
we will finish it at some point. And we will talk about it all at some point. And it'll be
Good
good.
job.
Excellent.
Thank you. Good suggestion.
Excellent.
Ford. I think
Yeah,
Ford
Ford.
suggested it. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Excellent. I think that's everything done. All we've got to do is ask you to find us on most podcasting platforms and obviously YouTube as well, pretty much everywhere. If you've got any questions or answers or anything to add into any of our segments today, you can add us, comments or whatever. Obviously, you can use YouTube, the comment section, which is very, very good. Also, Twitter, you can add us at Theory of Anything, with TING at the end, or just email us if you want it a little bit more discreet. The email address is theoryofanything@hotmail.com. Sorted.
Fabulous. Well done, gents.
Well done,
Thank you for a wonderful episode.
Yes. thank
Episode 18 in the bag.
you. Gosh.
We've got to start thinking about who's going to be our guest for episode 20.
Always love the guest ones.
I do too, yeah.
They're right. No, I joke. We have great guests. Thank you.
Well done, mate. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you.
Until we see you and hear you around the microphone again next time.
Bye.
Bye.